This is my last video in this house, extremely emotional. This has been my home for the last 3 years. This is my last video here, so I wasn't sure I'm gonna do one, but I figured, you know what, one last time in this house won't hurt. And I'm just gonna recap with you, because for those of you who don't know, I'm moving to Spain like in less than a week, and it's been an extremely challenging journey up until now. We've been on it for the last 3 years, and we're finally here. And I want to just go over a couple of things that I learned in the last 3 to 4 weeks, because it's been a bit crazy, and see maybe one of you is on the same journey, or we can teach something each other. So let's get right into it. Okay, so let me get comfortable. I haven't recorded ever sitting just on the floor, but it's not that bad. Anyways, so what I did and what I really encourage you to do if you are moving, if you are relocating, if you're doing as bold of a step as I'm doing, I do consider this being an extremely big thing in anyone's life. Moving houses is challenging. Moving countries is like a totally different world. Even if it's just for a couple of years, even if you're like moving to work and you are under a contract, it's still an extremely major thing to do. So I salute you. You are doing great. And I'm gonna tell you what I experienced in the last couple of weeks as I'm getting ready to move out of Canada. So one of the things that I really wish I did more, because now it's a bit late for that because I'm already busy. I'm like almost leaving in a couple of days. I wish I saw more of my friends. I know everything is happening very fast, especially when you are moving. All the things come up usually at the last minute. I feel like when it rains, it pours. And just when I was thinking like, okay, this is going smoothly and this is good, my son accidentally put a dent in my car. I had to get it fixed. There was no sensors available at that shop, and they needed to be ordered from a Tesla shop. Anyways, it turned out to being this like a major problem. It was supposed to be fixed within like 2 days. So always make sure, no matter what you're doing while you're getting ready, find that time and do see your friends, and do go out for those lunches and dinners and meet up with people. If you cannot invite people to your house, make sure you see your friends, because you're gonna cherish those moments. Take videos and pictures of your last hanging out together. Besides memories, it's an extremely emotional thing to be watching. Even when you're moving and you're sitting on your plane and you're scrolling through pictures, it's very heartwarming to see your friends, to see their faces. I'm sure this is gonna be an extremely emotional move for anyone who moves out of the country that was their home for like many years. I feel like no matter how much you try to like be strong and not get emotional, you will, because you know it's been your home. You're used to the people, you're used to food, you're used to streets and houses and architecture and how every institution works, and your children probably were born here. So just try to take as many memories as possible, for sure. That's one of the #1 things that I wish I'd done more. Don't burn all of the bridges. You never know if you're gonna have to come back at some point. I left accounts open because I'm not sure how the move is gonna go, and I am of course optimistic, and I'm thinking that this is gonna be the last one and I'm not gonna move anymore from Spain, but you never know. So I'm keeping all of my options open, that I'm not burning any bridges, and I'm making sure to notify all the institutions about the move. But other than that, I'm keeping an address, I'm keeping a phone number. Preferably I would want to keep a property, just it wasn't feasible at this moment, but hopefully in the future I would love to invest in this country, because you know, after living so many years here, you know how the system works. So yeah, don't burn all the bridges. Another thing that you gotta do before you leave, make sure you buy your favorite items that you can only get in this particular country. Like there's particular stores that you like, there's particular, you know, Canadian brands, or whichever country you're moving from, you know, local brands that you wanna buy things from. Make sure you do that, because you will be kind of, you know, sad, obviously, and having some things that remind you of the country you came from. It's very nice. It's gonna give you a peace of mind. I really, truly recommend that. I did a couple of things. I bought some maple syrup. I went shopping to the local shops that I know I won't find in Europe. I would recommend doing that for sure. Another really important thing before you leave the country, make sure whatever you are leaving behind, if you cannot sell, donate. It makes me feel so much better knowing that I'm not that much money oriented. And don't get me wrong, I am to some degree because I do have children and I'm a single parent, but it feels nice to give things away and not necessarily sell them. It gives me a certain degree of satisfaction and love towards other people, towards helping other people. So if you can give things away, whatever you know you're not gonna need in your new home, then give those things away. But on another note, do bring whatever you need with you and pay that extra money. Get a container and bring the things that you are cherishing, those memories that you want to have around you, maybe your furniture, maybe your bed, maybe the vase, whatever it is. Do that, go that extra mile, get a container and bring your things with you. Those things are gonna make you feel that much more at home. I'm bringing even my sheets because I love them and I love how they feel. So don't say no to little things and think that you're gonna be buying everything new. It shouldn't be that. If you have already things that you've been using, I'm sure they're good quality. And I'm sure those are the things that you got used to having around you. So whatever makes you feel at home, bring those things with you. Another important thing to keep in mind is have a budget. Let me tell you, it's not cheap. Labor is not cheap in Canada, and besides minimum wage, any kind of moving company and any kind of help company, they do charge and they charge a lot. So make sure you have a budget for loading, for unloading, packing if needed at any point. So budget accordingly for sure. And it's always gonna be a little bit more. It's always gonna be over the budget. Other than that, have a happy move if you are on the verge of moving, and I will reconnect with you when I'm in Spain and we'll tell you how our settling in is going and how we are handling it as a family, emotionally, financially, mentally. Have a great summer and I will see you soon.